guess my deepest learning comes from checking in with myself. And that little picture up there that perhaps you're looking at is one of our granddaughters. That's Sophie. And she, for me, is teaching me so much about children. She's one of 6 little grandchildren that have come along, one every year. And in fact, we're waiting for the next one's about to arrive, possibly today. And just seeing children developing is such a gift. And as Neil was saying, I guess in my own personal journey, I did really well academically at school, but I don't feel I really learned a lot at school. My greatest learning started when I was 21, 22, working with very disaffected adolescents. They were disillusioned, the education system had failed them, and I thought, well, what's this about? It felt like a real paradox. I'd allegedly been successful in it, but I didn't feel brilliant about anything, and they certainly didn't feel academically successful and had very low self-esteem. And I think that started me on that journey of, so what is this life all about? I think I've been questioning that as a younger person anyway. And how was I, in a couple of years with these young people, going to really infuse them to want to go out much more positively into the world as young adults? And it was very simple. It was about listening to them. It was about inviting them to let go of what had happened in their experience at school, all the negative things, and start to really explore, so what can I do? Where are my passions? What is the little genius in me? And as they were learning about their little genius, I think mine was actually at last coming into blossom and fruition. They so model what they invite us all to do. They bring out the genius in all of us. So this is about listening to that inner part of you that's innately there. Hopefully for most of you it's already very awake, but maybe it can be woken up a bit more. And I'm indebted to some great people that I've learned from. Some I've met personally and some of them I haven't. But I got very interested in the theory of transaction analysis, to which Eric Byrne was the sort of analyst who started to think about how could he engage his clients as a therapist to be more actively involved in their healing process. More recently, I love the work of a guy called Richard Schwartz, who has developed what's called the internal family system. And I think it so matches everything that we've been saying today. As well as, for many, many, many years, deeply in our whole history of humanity, people have known about the power of some of the things we're going to talk about today. But what they didn't have is the neuroscientific evidence of what we're actually doing to our brains when we take these moments to pause and reflect. And in my understanding, we then start to connect with this innate, powerful energy. Could be the genius, could be what we call the self, but it's just there, the wisdom of each and everyone's truth. So we're going on a little journey this afternoon together, and we're going to start with this, understanding our internal world. I think that's a great photo. It's a London school, year 5 boy showing us round. I love that, the little mirror. The power of one starts here. Actually, it's about each and every one of us, isn't it? Thinking, what is it that I can do to make a little difference? So Neil and I have been talking about the inner curriculum, tick. And I don't know, mental illness now seems to be the disease of affluent societies. It's something we seem to have created. And I know that innately each of us can heal ourselves or really learn to take the best care of our internal world we can. And one of the simplest ways of doing this, and if you're willing to, I'm going to invite you to join me in just pausing to be for 1 minute. Okay, you may already be doing this, and I'm hoping that a lot of you are. And if you aren't, I'm hoping you're really going to start to think, how can I start to build these moments of reflection, of pausing to be into my life? And I'm hoping by the end of our conversation this afternoon, you're determined to do it. Like you clean your teeth every day, you start to take care of your brain every day too. So if you're willing to pause to be with me now, just sit really comfortably. Don't have anything in your hands, but just feel yourself sitting so you can really connect. As I start to talk, either close your eyes if you'd like to, or just let your gaze fall somewhere, but not on me. And I'm just going to talk for a little while, and then when I stop talking, we're going to hold the silence for just 1 minute. So as you sit now comfortably, begin by being aware of your own natural breathing. Don't worry about breathing more deeply or less deeply. Just notice whatever it is you notice about your breath. And your mind may be very active. Just allow yourself to notice whatever's going on in your mind. And then for the next minute, as much as you can, keep your attention simply on your breath. Very gently, in your own time, when you're ready, just let yourself be back here in the room. Okay. Who thought that was a long time, the minute? Yeah. Who would have liked that minute to have gone on for even longer? Yes. Well, I'm hoping that, as we go through today, you'll be more excited. And those of you who maybe thought that's an impossible task,